Nah, it don't help out. It don't help out any that I don't do nothing with it. But nah,
Man, you be putting these memories up. I see you with a short haircut. I just said, I think you trying to tell me something.
right. I know it's been a while. Yo, y'all gonna get on me so hard. I haven't had my hair cut in a year.
Hey, I know how you feel.
Whole calendar year.
Why? What's wrong?
Well, because like
rain. That's what's going on.
I'm not gonna lie, laziness. Like I work Monday through Friday, so then when I'm off on weekends, the barbershop is closed on Sundays.
Yeah,
and then Saturday it's hard to get an appointment booked because everybody else. Yeah, exactly.
Man, you gotta book that thing 4 weeks out.
I know I gotta book it like 4 weeks in advance.
At least.
Man,
yo,
listen, you got choices, bro. You braid it, fade it, shape it up. You got options.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I like the 2 nights of WrestleMania. For the most part, man, enjoyed it. Enjoyed it for the most part. I can't even front. I can't even lie on it. Yo, I enjoyed it. And I know tonight, I know we're saving it till the show like officially starts, but boy, who ready to be petty tonight? Because I know I am.
I know. This man right here was already had the quiet storm voice, had the music going. He was ready. He's ready.
I'm already being petty right now because you see what my name is. Yeah,
exactly. Hey, Chris, I seen you got the bottle over there ready. Yep, you're up.
I just asked you guys because we're gonna have a full house. Because Kevin wants to come back on the show. As a matter of fact, he's in the green room right now.
I like that, brother.
And he wants to confront T.O.
Oh yeah.
What's going on, party people?
So I'll bring you on in a little bit. Yeah, I'll bring
the catering.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yes.
Welcome everyone to #Heals for Life, the pre-show. We're going to start in a little bit. We're just gonna wait for some people. I mean, damn, we're already at 11 people. Goddamn. Okay. So I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and start the show.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go with it.
All right, we'll be right back.
It looks like you lost another one.
It's just the fact that I'm highly dedicated to the grind. And I ain't never fake, boy, I'm like this all the time. And I'ma do me, it don't matter how you feel. And I'ma win even if I lie, cheat or steal. That's just real, I don't care if I leave the opposition feeling ripped off. And it's only cheating if you get caught. If you ain't with me, homie, I can never love ya. If you don't like it, I got 2 words for ya. I just rather lie, cheat, and steal. It's cool being faces, better being the heel. And I don't ever care how they feel. It's cool being faces, better being the heel. And they don't wanna see me in the field. It's cool being faces, better being the heel. No matter what, I'ma keep it real. It's cool being faces, better being the heel.
Welcome everyone to #Heals for Life Wrestling Podcast episode. Well, this is a special episode. This is the WrestleMania episode review special. I'm your host, Mr. Team Bring It. Let's go around the room and introduce everybody so we can get
I am your Intercontinental Champion. Yeah, I am the enforcer. Ooh, yeah, Nix.
WCC, acknowledge me. I am Tribal Reese.
Tribal Reese. I fucking love it. I'm DJ Red Flag, the hill you love to hate.
Yes, sir.
I'm the real boy.
I'm your boy KDL, better known as JBL. Chris, I want to get right into it. We're gonna skip all the shenanigans.
JBL, maybe y'all ruled in Texas, but we're not ruled on this podcast. So let's go around the road. We had
I had to mess with you. I had to mess with you.
Jay Storm, introduce yourself, sir.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Storm. Man, let's talk about this crap.
All right.
Crap.
Okay. So,
Crap.
everybody, what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about night 2, since night 2 already happened. Then we'll go back to night 1, and then we'll talk about some other shit that also transpired today and yesterday, and all the rumors and all this other shit that was going on. So, all right. So let's talk about WrestleMania as a whole. WrestleMania, I would say, this year for night 1 and night 2 was entertaining. Very entertaining.
Absolutely.
It was. I wanted more surprises, but I guess they're going to wait until tomorrow, which is fine. Don't have no problem with that. But I'm going to wait for my rant on heel Keith. But we're going to break down the matches. But my petty moment is going to be the next segment. Right now we're going to talk about night 2, get that over with, and then we're going to kind of do a little review on night 1. So without further ado, let's talk about the first match.
Well, I'm gonna say this: the first match to me was all right, but not to cut all the way to the chase. But the matches that stole it from me was that Bianca Belair and the Gunther. That I don't know if anybody watched it from top to beginning, but that match, the Intercontinental match, was a hell of a match. One of the best matches I've seen in years.
Hey, what's up, Alan and Kevin?
There you
Brock Lesnar.
That was just trash.
I was about to say, I think damn near every last one of us called that this match wasn't going to be that good. And it pretty much, if you saw the match, it speaks for itself.
Look, let's not sugarcoat it. Let's not sugarcoat it. Fuck that. Let's be real. We discussed this finish, right? And I think Enforcer said it for weeks. I think pretty much all of us said it for weeks. The premise of this match was to sell the fact that Brock Lesnar was going to hit the F5 on Omos. That's all it was built upon. Mm-hmm. That's what it was all about. He hit him with one F5, 1, 2, 3, match over. Did you know what I did during this match? I named all the different matches they could have had in place of this match, but instead we got Brock Lesnar versus Omos. That match was about 9 minutes long. My homeboy clocked it. I'm not going to lie to you. I want my 9 minutes back.
I rather prefer the Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville match from last year better than this one.
And you would be more entertained too.
Yeah, but the whole thing is they wanted to give the whole Hogan and Andre feel to it.
But see, they can't repeat a retro that's already been established. You know what I'm saying? And what they can't
establish, but something that's been tried to recreate how many times?
You can't recreate the recreatable, because that was a moment in time with Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan.
It was so you could see it. That's what it was.
It was.
And to me, I just feel like that first match was just something to take up the card with, honestly.
Well, but you know what the difference is between, like, I understand what you're saying, T.O., as far aesthetically. You know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying. Aesthetically, they wanted to have the Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan feel with the Brock Lesnar versus Omos match, but there's a difference. The difference is that when they did the build up to Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan, kayfabe had Andre the Giant at 15 years of undefeated versus the World Heavyweight Champion Hulk Hogan.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Andre was seen as unbeatable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I hear y'all, but I'm just saying from the looks of it, that's what they were trying to do, because some of the stuff that they were saying is like, oh, we've never seen Brock Lesnar be man like that before. They said the same thing about him and Goldberg. You know what I mean?
It's pretty much like this, bro. They just need something to add onto their vignettes for the next 15 years.
Because if you listen to the commentary of that match, you hear Michael Cole say he never seen Brock Lesnar get manhandled like that before. I mean, come on, let's be real. We heard the same thing when Goldberg beat him within 26 seconds at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Right.
And then let's also go with this. It was like, oh, you say you never saw Brock Lesnar F5. Do y'all remember that this man F5 Big Show?
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing, Chris, because Omos is taller.
Yeah.
And Omos got reach.
Yeah, that's about it. Like I said, it's just.
So it's like we've seen dudes that were heavier than Omos.
I'm just saying it would have meant more if Omos wouldn't have lost already big matches before. We seen him take a L to Bobby. We seen him take a L to Braun Strowman. Like if we wouldn't have seen this man already take L's before, then the effect would have sold more. That's what I'm getting at.
And would have had some story to it. Like this was put together. We all know the story. It could have been freaking the rubber match of all rubber match between him and Bobby Lashley, because to me that's not over. They did
Bobby dirty.
Yeah, that was
Bobby got done dirty.
I find it very hilarious that they use the little bitty time that Mr. Mandingo, Bobby Lashley, came out with that ugly ass trophy. And he just stood there just grabbing it and holding it and shit.
He could barely lift it.
Like it was a bag of groceries or whatever. And I'm sitting up here, I'm like, okay, so what about the whole situation where he was supposed to wrestle this one cat? He was what is his name? I forgot.
Bray Wyatt.
No, not the other one, the black dude that had a I think it was Logan Paul's one of his friends, that black dude. I forgot what it was.
KSI.
Yeah, so KSI actually challenged Bobby Lashley to a match, a promptu match.
The guy that came with the juice?
The prime ball.
Yeah. So he was supposed I was like, okay, so they're not gonna follow up on that.
No,
I honestly would have preferred Bobby Lashley to fight LA Knight, honestly.
I agree.
Yeah.
LA Knight need to stay off and
either him or Bronson Reed.
Right. I'll go with Bronson Reed, since they were the last two at the Battle Royal, and it took them a long time. They were trying to tell a story at the end of the Battle Royal. So once you just take a match, he did say he challenged anybody to come out and to fight him at WrestleMania. He said this is not it, and they just said let him come out and do his little carry the damn trophy and smile and do that stupid damn pose.
They said, Bobby, tell you what, we're going to let you go out there and have your moment, and that's about it. You're not getting the match, so go out there, go show off that trophy, and yeah, you're going to pick it up.
I find it very...
He struggled to pick it up, though.
But he barely could pick up the trophy when he was out there.
But I find it very ironic that all the black men today literally took L's. Bobby Lashley took an L, almost took an L, almost definitely took an L, and then fucking Titus O'Neil came out the basement for for the first time in 6 months.
Well, he was there yesterday too, so second time.
Yeah, the second time, yeah. So he reemerged and shit.
Because he is the global ambassador.
What the fuck that mean? The global ambassador in basements?
That means not a basement. No.
So the United Nations in the WWE, basically.
Yeah, whenever they have an event, they send Titus. Baseball game, Titus.
What event was this?
NBA, Titus.
Anything.
I mean, he's not even he's not a former IC champion. Why the fuck are you commentating this match?
Because global. IC global.
Nigga, that's the international championship.
Hey,
now maybe he should be doing that in AEW, but in WWE, niggas, you're not even a former.
We're going to cover that one though.
I'm just saying.
I want to point out something that Ziggy posted there. I give Snoop Dogg props for his improv after Shane got hurt, but the big thing I want to Shane got hurt legit.
Check on Shane.
Hold on. How about this? Let's give kudos to Miz, because Miz got played 2 nights in a row.
Yeah,
but he shouldn't have been. That shouldn't have happened 2 nights in a row. Is my thing. That's what I was going to get at.
Listen,
all that time that you put onto segments like that, meaningless segments like that, could have been saved for something else. That's the point I was going to get to.
I agree. I agree with that totally.
It shows how much
What's up, Katie?
respect they have for Miz. Miz is a fucking punching bag. He comes out there and talk about, I'm a former WWE champion. Bitch, nobody fucking remembers that. Then he says that, I've done the Marine. Motherfucker, your shit went to fucking DVD at Walmart. No one fucking remembers that. No
The hell,
one
Triple
talks
H
about
even
it.
made a joke about that.
And you got your ass whooped twice. In two nights,
Or
you got
Hulu.
your ass whooped by unknown motherfucker. Oh, well,
Hold on,
not
it's the fact.
exactly
No,
unknown,
the
but
thing about the Miz though, it's the fact that he is the only two-time Grand Slam champion,
Well, under the current format, yeah.
and this is how he's getting treated.
Yeah.
But the question is,
That's-
has anybody checked on Shane? Because
he got
his
knee injury.
Yeah.
I think he pulled his knee out of place, honestly, or tore his quad. One of the two.
When he dropped down from that,
You
alright, cuz?
Yeah, it's his knees and ankle.
down went Frazier. Down went Frazier.
I mean, that's what happened. I mean, that's what happened with Vince McMahon when he came
I was just about to say that.
Yeah,
I was just
He
about to-
blew out his
just
quad
like
by
that.
just sliding in. I said, that's what your dumb ass.
But Snoop Dogg popped the hell out the Miz though. Now that was
my
funny.
God, that was stiff as a
Yo,
motherfucker.
I thought I was watching Friday for a minute, but except
Bruh,
red,
that was funny.
Except Miz was red in this case.
Cuz you alright? You alright, cuz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, young blood. Hey, young
He
blood.
said,
You alright,
he tore his
cuz?
quad?
He said you gonna hurt my cuz Shane?
I mean,
And Snoop just came out of nowhere and just clapped.
And then like the second worst people's elbow ever.
Right.
Fair
that
enough,
was
though. I'm
hold
like,
on.
bro,
We
just
all know Snoop can't do no moves. We saw that in AEW try to do a damn splash off the rope. So
Oh gosh, don't bring that. Don't bring that up.
Hey,
Don't-
screw the
Hey,
screw the splash. That knockout was it for me though.
Yeah.
bro, this dude
I have a
was
legit
basic.
question though. I have a legit question. Whose splash was better, Snoop's or Dave LaGreca's?
Neither one.
So Snoop. But it was like, yeah. Yeah,
It
you
was
know,
bad.
you love Snoop though.
Ooh,
Neither
Man,
one.
Snoop a legend, Snoop OG, man. You gotta respect the game.
I just want to say, I don't know if y'all talked about it yet, but that so-called women's showcase match.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's next actually.
and
Hold
it
on.
was Charles Barkley.
Man, let me tell you something. If people don't realize this, Bianca Belair is the longest African American women's champion WWE has had.
Fuck her. I don't
Okay,
even care
can I-
about,
can I say
I don't care
something
about
then?
her right now. I don't.
So
Even
I'm
though they
happy
had a
for
great
Bianca.
match, though. I
Hold
will
on.
say that.
Hold on a second, Chris. I'm happy for Bianca, but
Yeah.
you can't sit here and tell me that was the waste of a character change for Oscar. Y'all did all
It was.
the hype up,
Exactly.
all this. Oh, she dangerous. Oh my God, this could be the first time. And Bianca took her over like clockwork.
Let me tell you something. Bianca,
No.
Not
no.
like clockwork.
I'm gonna
I
go
didn't say that.
Wait,
No.
hold on. I'm gonna correct you on that one. That was Bianca's best match to date.
yes.
She had
Yes.
a hard
Yes.
time beating Oscar.
I got
and that
this.
was a great match. She really brought the best out of
To me, her best matches were Oscar and Sasha Banks, honestly.
yeah.
Right.
Now,
I want to
watch
say this.
Carmella
I
give
want to
that
say
work.
this real quick since we're
Watch
talking about
Carmella
it.
give her that work. Watch.
Oscar should have won tonight. Like bottom line, Oscar would do a WrestleMania moment, like you pointed out. Like you pointed out, KDL. But let's put more on top of it. She's not only the longest reigning Black women's champion, she's the longest reigning Black champion, male or female.
Ever.
Ever.
And that's good.
Ever. She
That's
got the
it.
record, so there's nothing else to be done. So let Oscar have her Mania moment. What you could have did was after the fact is move her over to SmackDown and have this match that we want to see between Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair at some point in time.
Yeah.
But I think what's going to end up happening now that they done established that is it's going to come down to Bianca and Charlotte. And don't nobody want to see that. I don't want to see it.
Or you know what else?
That's
You
the
know
last
what
one.
else?
It's because they want Charlotte to be the one to surpass her father. They didn't want Cena to do it. They sure in the hell didn't want Randy to do it. But give a Flair spot.
Well,
There you
they
go.
did. Well,
Also, you
they
could look
did-
at it
they
as
did
this.
want
They could
Cena.
give Asuka the match tonight, or excuse me, tomorrow night on Raw, and let her get the.
You're
well,
right.
they did want
Right.
Cena to have it, but Cena declined it.
I don't know why. I don't
Cena
know
was-
why would you decline something that's historic like that?
Right. Cena was supposed to get in SummerSlam against Seth, and
I
he
don't
declined it.
understand.
He
Yeah, I don't
declined it.
understand.
So
Because like, if I have a chance to overtake a legend like Ric Flair, I will do it in a heartbeat. Because I'm worried about my legacy. I'm not worried about somebody else. I'm not worried about no offense to Ric Flair. I'm not worried about an after year, an afterthought.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. No, this is my time, and I'm gonna take my spotlight. You know what I'm saying? If I have the opportunity to do that, I will do that. And call me selfish, but I don't give a fuck.
No, it's not. It's not selfish because Ric Flair had his moment in the sun. This is something we talked about in private. About we got this young regime in WWE and these old timers that's holding on, clinching on to their career.
Leader,
don't want to let go.
Yo, don't even get me started. I'm gonna wait till we get to the night one segment before I say my opinions about how Lita live on the internet. But
Yeah, we really got right. So that's what I was with him. But John should have did that. Should have been did that. So for them,
to me right now, they need to give Gunther a push.
Hold on. We're gonna get to him in a minute.
Yeah, because I got some shit to say about that. Somebody pissed me off really about Gunther.
Yeah,
he got the push.
We can talk about Gunther right now since we just going over the
Gunther got the push.
Because we could skip the.
We're not talking about that.
No, hold on. Let me talk about this showcase match. It was stupid. Number one, all these tag teams got made 2.5 weeks ago.
Right.
And Liv and Raquel found some damn matching flames in the back. Raquel then teamed up with half the women in the match. Half the women in that match. Natalia got a record nobody cares about. Did y'all know Natalia has the most WrestleManias for a woman wrestler?
And no one still give a fuck about her?
No one cares.
Reaction was dead, bro. Let me tell you.
I just feel like Natalia's there to put. I feel like she's there
every Mania. Shotzi has botched in every single match she's been in. This girl done had a botch.
I told you, I don't know why some of them bitches was there anyway.
Honestly, I feel like Natalya is there to put over the new talent because she's been there the longest. You know what I'm saying?
How you putting those night news in the same feud?
Hold on, Natalya been putting over people since she got there.
Right.
She's the Dolph Ziggler of the women's division.
Like they're not going to give you that respect.
Real has actually got a point, but what was it?
What?
They are not going to give you that respect that you're looking for so desperately. Just like Miz. Miz think that he is like the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a reality television show. He think he's an A-lister, but he's really a D-lister.
Yeah, but if you think about it though, whenever somebody come in, who the first person they go against? Miz.
Yep. Real. Who would you
but who's to say tomorrow night? Braun Breaker not going to be going up against the Miz.
How much you want to bet?
Okay.
I agree. Miz to say something. Oh, you think you from NXT? Well, welcome to Miz TV.
It's one or two.
He gonna touch up on what his dad. He's like, you need to pay attention to what your dad be saying to folks. Like Miz would eat them alive on the mic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But
especially what happened.
This weekend. Yeah. But I was gonna say this about the women's showcase match. When they came out, little to no reaction for almost all of them. Even Ronda Rousey, who 2 or 3 years ago was getting loud pops, barely had any reaction when she came out.
Let's talk about.
Lost a lot of things.
Let's talk about how the entrance. They were in halfway to the middle of the ramp before the next person came out.
They were trying to get that shit out the way.
They did the same thing with the men yesterday.
Move it, push it,
lack of respect.
No, it was a lot faster today because by the time we got to 7:30 Central Time, we was already at 3 matches.
Yeah, exactly.
Through that.
All right, but let's get to the IC because
great.
If you are not a fan of Gunther, something is wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on, okay.
Hold on. Let my man Enforcer set the stage. Let the Enforcer set the stage for this one, man.
Go ahead, Enforcer, set it off, baby.
Man, listen, when you come to the Intercontinental title, we have seen it over the years go downhill to the depths of can it come back up? Is it drowning? Can we save it? This match brought me so much joy for the Intercontinental title in the history of this belt.
Yep.
And especially at WrestleMania, because you know the best WrestleMania match for this Intercontinental title was Savage and Steamboat.
Exactly.
So this match made Gunther, like you just said, you don't know who Gunther is or Walter, you better look him up.
Yep.
Now he's up there on that list. And when you say he need a push, this is his push.
That's the push.
He's about to make this belt mean as much as it has in the past decade or so.
And please let him break Honky Tonk Man record.
Right. I was gonna bounce off what Enforcer said. When you think of the greatest Intercontinental title matches at WrestleMania, like you said, you think of Steamboat and Savage. You think of Shawn Michaels, rest in peace, Scott Hall, WrestleMania 10. Now you can add Gunther, Drew, and Sheamus on that list. Give all three of those guys their flowers, especially Sheamus. Sheamus is one of the most decorated, underrated. I repeat, decorated, underrated ever. It's crazy how you can be decorated and underrated at the same time, but he is that because this man has literally won everything. He's a Royal Rumble winner. He's the King of the Ring. He's won every
Money in the Bank.
All of that. Money in the Bank. Thank you, Reese. All of that. He's won everything, and he's still considered underrated. And the man is he is what he say he is. When he said he's banger after banger after banger, you can count on him for that. And the fact that this time last year, the Intercontinental title was not even a fucking thought.
It wasn't.
No. And I'm gonna go off what Ziggy just said. No one that match complained about any stiffness.
Exactly.
God.
Especially them damn chops.
That's what they like. But
Gunther made my chest hurt with them damn chops.
Oh dear.
It's not that Gunther needs a push. It's that Imperium needs a push.
Yeah.
Imperium is being booked weak while Gunther being booked strong.
Yeah.
It's backwards. Like they a threat too. Show that they a threat as a unit. That's what they need to start pushing.
Yeah, because in NXT, they was
the best tag team in NXT.
The best promo.
They're nasty.
Gunther cut a promo in his native language of telling Imperium, "Go do work until I get over there." And then he showed up and beat up Tommaso Ciampa and left.
Shout out to the Straight Up Wrestling Show.
Shout out to y'all guys.
They said they definitely elevated the IC belt.
Right.
Relevance, big ups to Gunther, Sheamus, Drew for a great match.
But you know what? What's crazy about it, and I'm gonna go on something the Enforcer said. The Gunther has brought prestige back to the Intercontinental Championship tremendously, and also, believe it or not, and I know some people may disagree with it, but I think also Sami Zayn made the Intercontinental Championship fun, but it wasn't. He made it fun, but here's the thing: there's the but. He didn't bring prestige to it the way Gunther is bringing prestige back to it. Miz could go around. Miz could go around and say, "Oh, I brought prestige back to the Intercontinental Championship. This, that, and the third." No, Gunther is making that belt look like a world heavyweight title.
Hold on.
The Miz reign, like Miz did bring prestige to that belt.
That's all I'm saying.
Credit. The Miz gave the pay-per-view with that IC title.
One of his later reigns, he did it.
No, when he was Intercontinental champion, when they did that second brand split, when he did a hot take on that talking smack, and he was pissed off because the Intercontinental title was not on TV.
Give Miz credit. Miz put in work with that IC belt.
No. I'm saying he did. I give him credit. He put in work. I'm not saying that he didn't, but I'm saying the way that Gunther is holding it down, I ain't seen nobody hold it down like that in a minute.
I think what both of y'all getting at is this. I agree with both of y'all. They did it in two different ways.
Right.
Miz did it the way that he does it, and he knows by him being vocal and just being him, and just using his art of words to make it important again.
To bring prestige to the title, right? But Gunther is bringing prestige to the title by putting on hella matches, grade 10 matches. Yeah, Miz brought prestige to the title by not just being a champion, but also being a person that could talk smack on the mic. But I'm speaking of just having A quality matches. Gunther is bringing that back to the IC title.
I'm going to say
that's
this.
Where both are right.
I'm going to say this about, if we're going to compare Miz and Gunther, Miz has some bangers. I'm not going to come in and say he didn't have no bangers. He had a banger with Dolph Ziggler. He had a banger at WrestleMania, a true threat match himself with Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. I'm not going to say that. But when it comes to Gunther puts the title on the line and it's on TV.
Right.
And it shows
at house shows.
At house shows. He don't back down.
He did.
He don't back down from no one. He like, yo, come on, bring it in. And we don't have Imperium helping him out.
Because remember, that's the last person to make Shinsuke.
That's the scary part about that.
Yeah. There's no Imperium helping him. And this is a true threat. Like, you thought Imperium would have came out or something. No, Gunther took it like a G. Him, Sheamus, and hell, Drew McIntyre tried to out chop Gunther. Come on, I'm like, yo.
Gunther actually now the third longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time.
You got to give him that record. That record been standing since 1988. Gunther has to break this record. It's still one of the old records that has not been broken yet, and he's the one. He's the one that needs to break Honky Tonk Man's record.
Bring back the honky meter. God damn it.
That sounds so racist.
Don't bring Santino back up there. Yeah, he gonna leave it with John Cena.
But what's up with all of these commercials that we've been seeing? Like,
yo, they bought the Hell in a Cell.
They bought
that Hell in a Cell one.
No, actually, look, Hell in a Cell wasn't a. Well,
the production messed up.
Yes, they botched that one up.
The second one was botched. The first one was actually intentional.
No, they messed up.
The first one
they showed Finn entrance too early, and they said, "Wait, go to black." Then they had that scene from the Pope playing, talk about, "Oh, you gotta be careful with your demon," and then Edge came out.
Yeah. All right, now that part, that's stuff, because like I said, I would have saved that for if Finn was coming out.
And then Finn Balor come out with his whole face paint on his back. Like, what the? Why?
And then he came out.
But then they wouldn't have stopped the match because Finn Balor got busted open.
That's the main reason why they should stop having these Attitude Era gimmick matches, because it just doesn't fit in this era. It doesn't. I'm like, when you are in the Hell in a Cell, it's supposed to be blood, guts, gore. You know that.
Especially after.
You don't stop in the middle of a match to say, "Oh my God, let me get a Kleenex, let me clean that off real quick." You know what I'm saying? This is not house cleaning. This is a fucking murder scene that we're seeing.
Right. Finn Balor wanted to keep going with the blood or not. He wanted to keep going, but that let her clock the hell out of him.
Let me remind you something, Brian. Finn Balor came from New Japan, where they don't stop. These motherfuckers these motherfuckers would rather die in the ring. All right.
Yeah.
So he came from that era, and this is why I said that. You need to understand. This is kind of revenge for Finn Balor. Anybody remember the NXT match he had with Samoa Joe? And Samoa Joe botched. And they stopped the fight.
Brutal.
It's kind of like that, but the gas that he got must have been spitting out. So they I
didn't even see that.
Right, no, I'll tell you this. If you watch the ending, like, you know when they do the whole little montage when they replayed it, where they give the highlights of the show? Yeah, if you watch it right after they show the ladder hit, on the right side, although it'll be in the black portion of Finn's face paint, that's actually where you see the blood.
And not just that, but you saw it dripping all in the middle of the ring too.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what it's supposed to be. This is Hell in a Cell.
Right.
This is not like some ballerina type of match or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to. It's not tender, loving care type of shit.
And especially with the story that you had telling for the past year, and especially after when Finn and Judgment Day did the best at Extreme Rules.
Absolutely.
But the thing is, this is the second Hell in a Cell match that they really threw out the playbook. Remember, they stopped the whole set and
don't.
See, I was gonna bring that up to you exactly.
But here it is though. But it never happened. It never happened at a WrestleMania though.
But never forget though.
But they continued the match though with WrestleMania.
This match was not needed. Edge won every single match against Judgment Day. Why were they still feuding?
He lost one match.
Which one?
Extreme Rules.
I quit match when they hit Beth with the.
Okay, but they got the revenge back. They won the tag match. They lost every damn thing. Finn has no wins in this. This was the worst feud in history.
God damn. I wouldn't go that far.
I wouldn't go that far. I say one of them.
I think
you name me another feud where one dude won everything and the other dude just kept getting lost.
Cody Rhodes against Seth Rollins.
I think the problem is, honestly, is that Finn Balor, once again, he's one of them wrestlers where they just don't give him any respect. And when Vince McMahon being in charge, they figure that you're bland. So like you're gonna we're gonna make sure that you lose to a Hall of Famer. That's not going to be here.
But what's crazy is this is the third time that Finn Balor has lost as the demon character. Third,
right?
And first is the heel.
Second time.
He lost the first one to Samoa Joe. Then he lost the Roman Reigns, and then he lost this one.
No, remember, God helped Roman win in that second time.
I was going to bring that up.
It was a retractable platform.
Nope. Remember, it was divine intervention. Roman said, "We always got help from the man above."
Mm-hmm. No,
God is in the
battle. All of a sudden,
yeah, they rehearsed that shit.
It took God and Edge to take down the demon.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yo, it's crazy though, because right after that match is the one that everybody's waiting in this chat right now about our opinion about this last match. And
I'll kick it off. It was the same bullshit for 3 damn years. Fucking bloodline. I'm sorry. I mean,
I know Joe's laughing for a reason. So, yeah, what you want to ask, bro?
I'm gonna say this. As much as I wanted Roman to win, it was a hell of a match. It really was.
It was. Who was that dude the other night? 27 at 27.
Yeah, 27. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm a man. I'll eat my words. Cody, Roman won. I'll be man.
No. But you know what? Hey, T.O., I'm going to say like this. I respect you, bro, because ask Chris. I was going to go in on you tonight, bro.
Hey, I still welcome it, but no, I'll eat my words.
Yeah.
But see, the match to me, let me tell you something.
Give you your flowers, man, because you as a man of respect, you came up here and say you're going to take your medicine. So, T.O.,
that's why I say, T.O., respect to you, bro. Because ask Chris, when WrestleMania ended, and Chris, you tell me if I'm lying, did I not hit you up and say I'm a cook 'em?
I don't know why you haven't. I wouldn't be. Shit.
No, but here's
only reason why I'm not is because I got respect given is respect due. This man came on here just now say he take his medicine and he's gonna eat that. And you don't have a lot of people that'll eat that. People just make excuses about it.
No,
but
that's because they're salty. And I'm gonna make sure.
Pettiness today.
And I'm gonna make sure I open that wound up because they need to know that shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like this.
But I'm not gonna open it up on T.O. though. I can't do it because my man.
Please.
Hold on. Can I say?
On hashtag Heels for Life. When you are wrong, because they do that shit to me all the time. They were talking about, are you sure it was 3 or 4? No, this is revenge for me.
Hold on, can I say something real quick?
I go next because I got something to say.
Hold on.
Hey, Enforcer, how many times when we was on the last podcast, how many times did I say Solo is gonna get involved in this match somehow and Roman was gonna win it?
Yep.
We all said that. It's
or it says somebody was going to get involved.
No. We said exactly Solo.
We said Solo because we already called when we had the podcast. The other that after the Hall of Fame or whichever it was, we already called and said Solo is going to be involved in this match, and that Roman was going to win it somehow. And I got a feeling at Money in the Bank when he reached that 1,000 day or maybe SummerSlam, that's when he's going to give up that title.
So my thing was maybe it's just me. But as somebody who watches stuff, Roman Reigns tapped out. I don't want to hear bullshit about knowing how many that man tapped out twice. Roman Reigns tapped out.
My son caught that. He said he tapped
and then
out.
again, for 3 years, we have seen the same matches with Roman Reigns. Bloodline, 3 years of the same shit. 3 years.
I just want to say this real quick. I just want to say this real quick. I love the fact that, respectfully, KDL, DJ Red Flags, that when, y'all have opposing opinions, I love the fact that as brothers and as men and as adults, that y'all are able to respectfully say, hey, bro, you got this and all this and that.
Absolutely. And I got nothing but respect for him, man. Nothing but respect, brother.
But see, and Chris, Enforcer, Reese, you know where I'm going at when I mention that first. My issue and my pettiness is going to be to the ones that talk shit about not only me, but my co-host in a very nasty, derogatory way, saying that we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We don't know shit about wrestling, all this and that. So this next statement is coming from a place of pettiness. So for those that were nasty to us, I'm glad you motherfuckers are eating your words right now. Yep. I'm glad Roman won tonight. I'm really glad about it. See, I wouldn't have came on here and I would have been very respectful. If Cody would have won, I would have been respectful towards y'all. Like, hey, y'all got it. Y'all right. I would have been respectful. But to you motherfuckers out there that were nasty to not only me, but to my co-host, saying that we don't know shit about wrestling. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Oh, Cody's going to be the one. It has to happen right here tonight and all this and that and stuff like that. Now you motherfuckers is looking stupid.
Chris, keep
and I'm glad you looking. I'm glad they're looking stupid because you can have an opposing opinion to somebody and be respectful about it. But
bruh,
the fact when you turn it into some personal shit, and you assault me and you insult my brothers, then I have a fucking problem with it. And I understand.
So glad you brought that up because I'm gonna put somebody on blast right now, and y'all know where I'm gonna go with this. That dude that was running his mouth 24/7, whoever he was, bruh. I'm finna cook this. I'm finna cook you. Number one, you ain't no true wrestling fan. All you doing is riding coattails, bruh. And then you come on the podcast, want to talk mess, and I'm in agreement with you. I'm in agreement with you, OG, because here it is. We having a good time. Yeah, we brothers. We gonna have difference in opinions, but watch this. Where is he had to be found now? Why he ain't on the podcast? You had all the mouth in the world talking about our podcast, talking about this and that, but you ain't nowhere on this podcast to be found. You out there hiding, and now here it is. We all 7 of us are here as promised, as we were gonna be. But where's he at now?
Exactly.
Oh, hey.
So in the words of JBL, let me put it like this: either put a pacifier in your mouth or suck your thumb. Keep it moving.
Tag resend.
Thank you.
Let me go ahead and tag my partner Reese in there.
Thank you. Yeah, JBL hooking up Ron Simmons. By the way, we're there at the Hall of Fame. Yeah, and by the way, we're gonna have some drinks in front of the tap in a moment. But anyway,
absolutely.
First of all, 27. Yeah, because I was catching some shit you were saying last week there, brother. And as I had to bring up, first, you brought up that none of us were ignoring the fact that WWE was doing NXT Battleground up in Lowell, Massachusetts last week, and saying that, oh, here we go, WWE's invaded somebody else's territory. Bro, you do realize that WWE was doing shows in Lowell, Massachusetts long before Ring of Honor ever existed, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, because, matter of fact, the night The Rock first won his Intercontinental Championship, right there in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Preach, brother.
That's like very same show. That was the one where Shawn lost his smile.
And that was at a Monday Night Raw, my brother, on February 14th.
Yep. Hold
Preach,
on,
my
let
brother.
me go a little favor. Christmas episode of Raw, 1997. That's when Triple H beat Shawn Michaels for the European Championship. And I use beat in quotes because we all saw how that match went down. Also, yeah, the first Superstar tape is at the WrestleMania. That's where the Heartbreak Hotel debuted with Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Very first one's at the WrestleMania 11. That's where Triple H actually made his debut. And that, so you want to say Ring of Honor is, Ring of Honor in Lowell is Lowell territory where WWE's been doing shows before that. And let's see, number 2 that you went off on. Oh, yeah, that all of us didn't know what we were talking about, saying, oh, the right business decision was for Cody to win. Yeah, if you didn't, well, I'm actually glad my brothers didn't let me speak last week because as a couple of them, because as I told a few of them privately, when you notice WWE started mentioning that 1,000 days, and I brought this up because when I looked and did the calculations on it, that 1,000th day was the day before Double or Nothing, and we all know how the fuck WWE likes to be petty and try to overshadow something like whenever somebody else has got a big event coming up. It's number 2. Oh, but then the coup de grace for this one. So we's being haters because we're not understanding storylines. Yeah, let's go back to this one. And I've been seeing this one the longest out of anybody. That WWE, and I gotta admit, now this is the part where I have deep words because I said WWE, they usually tend to repeat lessons that they don't learn from. Because I was saying, end of 2014 to 2015, when Roman got injured, and then they had him win the Royal Rumble, and I was like, yeah, they're trying to do the same thing with Cody, and that's why that was my exact reason why I did not want Cody to win this championship tonight. And I was like, nah, but WWE is going to try and push it anyway. To my shock and surprise, Roman won this match. I am not mad with it. And Kent, you better pray Quez does not let me on Thursday because I will see you there, brother. Enforcing.
All right.
Wait, is this Hill Key session? Or we just
No.
We're not on it yet.
We need to get to night 1.
Yeah,
night one. Night one. Usos, and Kevin Owens, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley stole the show from me.
Let's not forget about the showcase.
I need the whole night.
Yeah, and also that match too. But I'm gonna say this, also that match too. But I would say this: not once has anybody seen Braun Strowman knocked on his ass the way D'Angelo Dawkins did him.
He just sticked his ass.
How about that Chad Gable suplex and Braun?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. That
He's
match
done it before.
In fact,
When impressed, he's done it before.
In fact, I'm going to say this because I did say on this show that I was not looking forward to that match.
But it delivered.
Yes, it delivered. Everybody in that match shined. Everybody had the opportunity to shine in that match. I think even with like 15 minutes. Like you just said, the Dawkins knocking Braun on his ass was one of my highlights of that match. Plus the suplex, plus Ricochet. I'm saying this right now. I need a one-on-one match with Ricochet and Montez Ford.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. You could have said it no better.
I need it. I need it in my life.
Especially the finish. Especially after the finish that match had. Rico hitting Dawkins with the shooting star, but then Montez counter with the from the heavens.
Yes, and the right team won. And also that the right team won, and it's for the no one contenders for the tag team titles, which I think Stormy, you the one that told us about that one, because I didn't hear them say
at the last minute they go, oh, the Street Profits will meet whoever wins tonight. They're gonna be paying attention closely. But to me, I don't think the Street Profits should have won. And
I would say it was long. I would say for me, honestly, it was long overdue for them to win. But also I would have still loved to see, the Chad Gable and Otis possibly could have won that too. But I just don't like how WWE just put Braun Strowman and Ricochet together as a team. I just feel like that it was just something for them to do.
Especially after
it was a publicity stunt, man.
Braun Strowman and Raquel Rodriguez have something in common besides being married. It's the fact that they tag team and half the whole goddamn roster.
Yeah,
but like the reason I say the Street Profits didn't need it because how many times we gonna see them go for the tag titles?
Well, if you get to the point now that if the Usos would have won the match, they couldn't get the tag team title shots unless they split the tag team titles. The reason why they couldn't tag team off.
Hey yo, I gotta take on this. So I'm glad the Profits won. I'm gonna explain why. Jay Storm, I get it. It's long overdue. Profits shouldn't have won, but I think this is what it's leading up to, bro. You have them challenge KO, Sami Zayn for the tag titles. They don't win it. That's the catalyst for them splitting up. Because think about it. Right? Because think about it. Because remember, Montez showed his ass out in the Elimination Chamber a few months ago.
Yes, he did.
He showed his ass out. That could be the catalyst for it. You have Montez come out next day or next show or whatnot. You have him come out and be like, man, bro, I'm wasting my potential. I'm being tied to this tag team. I'm wasting my potential. Months ago, I could have been going into WrestleMania as United States champion.
Mm-hmm. Now here's
but I'm stuck in the tag team division trying to, do this and that. And a lot of people ain't looking at this too. The Street Profits has put over a lot of tag teams too.
Wait, right. Now let's go back to what you said about this could be the catalyst. My thing is
that word.
We just gonna skip over what the Bloodline did to them, but this is what's gonna break them. Remember when they kept going against the Usos and kept losing? We saw showing the anger. We saw.
I agree with you there. That should have been the catalyst there.
Right. They should have broke up then when all of that was happening. But
they should have broke up then. I agree.
I got this feeling if they challenge for the tag team titles within recent weeks or upcoming weeks, if they lose, I think that's going to be that breaking point, and that's when Montez is going to be like, "Yeah, I'm better off on my own."
How about this one? I don't see Montez turning heel. I see Dawkins turning heel. The reason I agree is because everybody's talking about they're talking about Ford more than talking about Dawkins. And you remember when Ford was injured and Dawkins had to go 1-on-1, he stepped his game up.
He stepped his game up for real.
So, but we still talking about Ford. Yeah, we're still talking about Ford. So if they lose, and especially like right now we gave Dawkins his shine when he knocked Bronson on his ass, but. And
let's remember, Dawkins was the one who got the pin in this match.
Which is true.
Think about this for a minute. Think about even Titus O'Neil was excited when he knocked Bronson on his ass.
Titus O'Neil stood up.
Right. So you got an opportunity here. If they go put a trigger on the Street Profits, which I honestly don't want them to do, but I understand what y'all talking about. Like Montez is a star. He did his thing in the Elimination Chamber match, but I think. It's over. The marriage is over. The honeymoon's over.
Yep.
It's the bad thing is neither one of them is the Mario Jannetty of the team. They're good. They'll be good on their own. Dawkins steps his game up. Ford is already there. If they gonna break them up. But I just don't want them to do no crime time situation.
Yeah.
Right.
I would like to see Dawkins mix it up with Gunther. I think actually. Y'all might not agree, but I think that would be a good match. I think that would be the proving ground for Dawkins in the mid card race.
Or even him against Sheamus
around is gonna get that boy that work.
After what we've seen this weekend, I don't mind seeing Dawkins going after Gunther, going after Austin Theory. I don't like.
Hell,
but see, my issue I would have with him going after Austin Theory is they trying to make him the next poster boy or John Cena, whatever you want to call it. And to me, I just feel like anytime he go after Theory, it's always going to be an L for that because that's Vince's boy.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up too.
If you watch Raw these past couple weeks, it since John Cena wasn't there, it was the Street Profits that was messing with Austin Theory. So they're already working the program for either Montez Ford or Dawkins, or hell, a triple threat match, which actually would how they did Sheamus and Drew McIntyre in that triple threat match, put a wedge between their tag team because only one person can get that belt.
Yep. So, and then I'm glad y'all brought up Austin Theory because now we get to see what he can do by the way, I'm glad that he won opening night because now we get to see him handle that crowd and let's see does he
let's see if he's up to the challenge.
Let me
I feel like they dropped the ball during that match.
Let me give y'all a spoiler. He's gonna do fucking fine.
Yep. I think he will too.
He been in the Manhattan Center, and y'all know how the Manhattan Center is with hardcore fans. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll be just fine, and he gonna do something that Roman Reigns couldn't do tonight after he beat Undertaker at WrestleMania.
He ain't gonna be. See, Roman Reigns wasn't able to talk, but Austin Theory could talk over a crowd.
Yeah, he's gonna talk over that crowd. He gonna say, "I told you so." And
exactly.
My thing is this for tomorrow, since we didn't get to see that many surprises. I'm so happy about that. But my question is now, and what it was for the Roman Reigns, all that stuff. What's next? What's next for Austin Theory? What's next for Roman? What's next for these people? All these stories. This stories end. This story gonna continue. That's what I want to know. Because
hey, Chris, what do you think is next for Theory?
I don't really give a fuck about Theory, honestly. I think honestly, Theory, nothing was really proven in this match against John Cena. As a matter of fact, I think John Cena made him look a little bit bad, honestly.
Really?
Like, yeah, I just don't. I mean, like nothing.
Because
was
really, right, because Theory actually dominated the match. But to Chris's point,
hold on. Let me get this out real quick. Y'all been cooking, and I want to cook too. Okay, looking at that match, it was supposed to set the tone for the night, and for some reason, for me, they failed at that job. Like John Cena looked like he was just there just to do a job. Austin Theory looked lost, and the match itself just was not entertaining enough. And I'm sorry, I still don't believe in Austin Theory. I mean, Austin Theory may have like some type of charisma, but then at the same time, like you still haven't shown me that you're that next guy.
I hate his finisher.
Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say the finisher. That's what don't work for me. Like that was not his finisher Evolve.
Yeah. He's got good wrestling skills, but the finisher is trash.
What hurt Theory was the fact that we saw him visually tap out. We saw him tap out.
That
I think what ruined the match was that maybe Hollywood was like John Cena's agents and stuff was like, please don't do too much. So we didn't get
the real John Cena the way that we were supposed to get him, and we used to get them over the years because of so many contractual obligations that he has. But see, if we would have got the real John Cena, he really would have put Austin Theory over and made him look good than what he did in night one.
This is corporate John
Cena lost because of the sneakers.
Yeah, that too. But this is where I'm going to disagree on that one because John Cena hasn't made stars in years. He had a match against Baron Corbin at SummerSlam. That didn't do shit.
Well, that's because Corbin already was done. It was right after he lost the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but who fault was that?
Corbin's, because he's
John Cena.
John Cena cost him his Money in the Bank.
John Cena cost him that, right?
Oh, hold on. Cena was actually, in fairness, Cena wasn't. Corbin was kicking Cena to make sure he didn't get involved in that one.
He fucked
But
up.
look, but Corbin cashed in on Cena and Cena beat him.
Yep.
Then what else? John Cena's last match Roman Reigns is not talked about.
Mm.
That boy took Roman the very first time they met. Lord have mercy.
He cooked him. But that was big dog Roman. That was pup. Now we're talking about Tribal Chief Roman. Tribal Chief.
Yeah, he was barking like a puppy.
Tribal Chief cooked him with the missionary on promo. So it's like
at least I can pass a drug test.
Yeah.
Ooh, no.
That's true. Roman got suspended at the Money in the Bank, but the throwback to what Chris's point
y'all forgot y'all Tribal Chief on steroids.
Yeah. But the throwback to Chris's point about Theory is that, dude, this was supposed to be your showcase matchup, but you spent more time bragging on the crowd instead of like focusing on seeing it. And then if I could tie and stand and deliver, where Braun actually made Mellow tap, but the thing was, his wasn't as clear as when Cena made Theory tap, because at least with Mello, he put in the work during his match, whereas Theory, on the other hand, even though he was on the offensive, it was like offensive move, all right, maybe a couple, but then he stopped and turned to the crowd and started yelling at them. It's like, if you would have kept that steady,
I just got this feeling that Austin Theory's career is gonna fall down the toilet. For some reason, and the reason I say that is people is comparing him to John Cena, even though John Cena was his idol growing up. But let's look at this right quick for a second. John Cena was about to get fired from WWE back in the day, and had he not put that rap gimmick or that Thugonomics gimmick with his persona, it wouldn't have been no John Cena.
I go. Stephanie did that. That was Stephanie.
Yeah.
And Stephanie heard him rapping, and Stephanie was like, "Yo, put that in there," and he put it in there, and look, it worked for him. Even though you had fans chanting, "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks," but he still got over with the crowd. Austin Theory has not gotten over with the crowd yet.
But he's supposed to, though, as a heel.
That's what I'm saying. He's a heel. He's not supposed to get over with the crowd.
Right? No, I'm saying, like,
I mean, but
I think what he's saying is that he,
you know what I mean?
Right. See, like Dom, look, everybody hate Dom, and if you got people like that that's hating Dom the way that they're doing, to me, yeah, you doing like Dom doing something good, in my opinion. Because look, he got the whole crowd hating him. He got everybody, including Michael Cole, getting in his feelings and blah blah blah. And that's what you want to do with Austin Theory. Have everybody get in their feelings. Have everybody be like, "Yo, I can't stand this jerk. I can't do this or that." Like everybody now is talking about Dom. Dom did this. Dom did that. Dom is playing the hell out of that heel character. I don't care what nobody say.
Hold on, real quick though.
No, we agree. We agree.
To jump to the next match, I'll give you somebody else that's like
real quick.
That's connected more to heels more than Austin Theory is, and even though he ain't been in the game for just over a year, look at Logan Paul.
Yep.
Well, you know what? Logan Paul he's just hated. Period. He was hated before he came to WWE, so he already had that. He already had that. All he had to do was be himself, and the WWE crowd will do what everybody else has done in the world and hate him. So it was easy for him. But while I am gonna give Logan Paul his damn due, if nobody else hasn't, this dude only been wrestling for 4 matches.
He's put on matches. He's put on hella matches.
He had put in the fucking work to the point that we even compare his buckshot or his Maverick lariat better than Hangman's buckshot lariat. We got this dude.
Well, he did it better than CM Punk. I'll tell you that much.
That definitely. You know, he's a highlight reel. You see, like I know this is important to him. His views that he getting 10 million views off of just jumping off of the turnpike.
But see, he's not scared to entertain and interact with the fans though.
He takes it seriously. That's like between him and Bad Bunny, it's not a lot of celebrities that we know. And you can back me up on this one. It's not a lot of celebrities that take this business serious. They take it as a paycheck. These motherfuckers came in and worked their ass off, trained their ass off, and you can see it.
Yep.
And they show the passion and the love for the business.
Yeah.
And see, I was gonna piggyback off of you on that. Like, y'all heard me rant about this before. Y'all heard me rant about it in the cookout. Y'all heard me rant about it in our group chat. Is that normally I'm one of those guys that are like against celebrities taking a spot from somebody. But if you come in with the respect that you're trying to take this shit seriously, then I gotta give you nothing but your props. And Logan Paul is included in that. And I gotta give him nothing but his props on that. Now, and the main thing with Logan Paul is this, and y'all heard me make this comment the other day, because there are people that they ask the question, has he had the most successful rookie year? And I say not the most successful rookie year, but the most impressive rookie year, as far as having no misses in such a small amount of time. He has not missed yet in the 4 matches that he has had. He hasn't missed. So that's my opinion when it comes to Logan Paul. He has had the most impressive, most impressive first 4 matches ever.
And people gonna say I may say I'm crazy with this, but remember, Logan Paul made Roman Reigns look good.
Yep.
Yes. No, we're not going to say
he made Roman Reigns look good, and I love Roman Reigns, but like I said, Logan Paul to me, and like the enforcer said, and like you said, Reese, come in and take the job serious, and they're ready to put that work in. They ready to, say, yeah, this is what it is. But some of the other wrestlers, like, it's just like there to just take up space.
But when we talk about Logan Paul, let's talk about this last match that we had with Seth Rollins.
Can we call him the Heartbreak Kid, Logan Paul?
I'm gonna call him St. Valentine's Day. That's what I'm gonna call him. Jesus Christ!
I have a question.
Coming in with that zip line. Come on, man.
I have a question to that one.
Yep.
How many people tested out that zip line before he got up there?
I know Vince didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering too, because that zip line was moving hella slow.
I think that's what it was. It was not supposed to do like the Shawn Michaels one, but then I did say this when he did. I was
somebody asked on the screen, did Snoop ain't put in the work?
No.
Nah.
I mean, he improv. In the beginning of the show, we gave him props for improv and saving that. And we're gonna talk about that, but saving that little segment because of Shane. But the work that Logan, Bad Bunny,
he ain't put in that way. He ain't put in that work the way Snoop ain't put in that work the way Logan put in that work.
And Snoop don't need to.
Snoop OG.
Yeah, Snoop don't need to. He know he's not gonna do. He even said on night 1, he's like, "No, this is your thing. My thing is rapping. This is your thing." He said that. So he already said that. But
right. And that's what gets back to our point. It's like when certain people comes in, if they have no respect for the business, then it's good.
Pat McAfee, that's the person I was looking for. Pat McAfee also got respect and love and passion for the business. So, those when celebrities like that, sure. But when you got these celebrities that's coming in, taking people that work their ass off for 300 days, have not been with their families, and you just come in for a paycheck and you don't take it seriously, and you do these, and you make it look so obvious that you're not punching. You're not clotheslining.
But see, I gotta give WWE credit for one thing that happened on night 2 tonight. When Shane went down, it was unscripted for Snoop to step up. It was unscripted.
It was funny as hell.
It was an entertaining segment, but I gotta give Snoop due where stepped up and filled in, and it was a funny segment. It was short, but funny as hell.
Yeah, and I know I'm staying on this Logan Paul Seth Rollins because it's a shame that.
By the way,
everybody, Seth Rollins,
give Seth his drip game on this one for him.
I'm not gonna give him not just his drip game. This man had 80,000 people doing that chant, and he just stayed in the middle of the ring like he's saying, "Acknowledge me." He had hands open and they was going. He got this crowd. If that don't show you that should be the next man to be your champion, I don't know what does. He got this crowd in the palm of his hand.
Yeah, and he countered the coast to coast for like the.
Oh yeah, and he's out working. He's out there working his ass off. He needs some gold. He needs some type of gold around him.
So, gentlemen, are we done with night 1?
Oh no, we still got the
Charlotte Rhea Ripley.
Yeah,
Charlotte Rhea Ripley. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Before we do that, can we go for Ray and Dom? Because first, I gotta say this: Dominic killed me with this entrance on this one. Because
but you know what? It is talked about, Reese. It is talked about on social media right now. Like, yo, how did he come up with that? It is talked about.
You know what? You know what was I like about it? That was Dom's best match.
Yes.
That was Dom's best match. I know that's his dad.
Yes.
They train all that stuff. But you talking about 80,000 people. We're not talking about backyard. We're not talking about in the gym or nothing like that. Or the Thunderdome. We're talking about 80,000 people in a one-on-one match with your legendary, who just won the Hall of Fame father.
Congratulations, by the way, Ray.
And he took it like he took it like a fucking OG.
But you know what? To some people, it's a natural gift for the business. And when you got and when you used to, dad or mom, somebody performing in front of 80,000 people, you always gonna go back and sit there and say to yourself, "Well, I could do the same thing." And for Dom not to be nervous walking into it, he did a hell of a job in that match. And
not
if you
not only that though, this for him being a badass, like throwing water on your sister, getting smacked by your moms, even Bad Bunny interference, it seemed like
LW.
It seemed like it was not Ray leading the dance. It seemed like they was working.
They was letting them kind of go. They was kind of letting them freestyle with it.
Right.
But you hit it right on the head. He's comfortable now, and that's what we're seeing. He's comfortable.
His matches
because I'm
from the Thunderdome to now in front of a crowd, Dom has stepped up.
Yep.
He has, and I want to say this too. Like, imagine being Ray in that moment. You're about to have a WrestleMania match with your son. And I want to give props both to father and son, because like if I was in that position and I'm about to go against my dad, or I'm a dad and I'm about to go against my son, I don't know if I'd be able to control my emotions. So props on both of them, one, controlling their emotions going into the match, because I probably would have been tearing up. I'm like, yo, this shit is really finna happen. And like, even during the Hall of Fame, like you could see that Dom was about to break, because so the whole walk-off thing, to me, that was more impactful than anything, because everybody wanted I hope he attacks Ray there in the Hall of Fame and stuff. But the fact he stood up and walked away was more impactful than anything. And that's more.
I wanted to attack his father in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I wanted him to attack him tonight. Yeah. I was like, damn, is it
what's he was mean as hell like that? That's why
you know what? Hold on. I gotta touch on that one.
This is Hills for life, goddammit. If you're gonna be a heel,
so I actually gotta go with you on this one, because when the camera was solely on Ray, like at the last little bit, I was like, and they kind of panned away from the entryway. I was thinking, oh shit! Don't tell me they're gonna have Dom attack him on nail while everybody else stayed there. And I was like,
look, watch this. Dom would attack Ray, and then Great Muta would have missed him. Because remember, Great Muta was right next to Ray, so he would have missed him, and that would have had the crowd going crazy, because how I feel about the Great Muta, the great legend that never got the opportunity to work in WWE at all. But
they didn't really need to.
Didn't need to, right? But back to the Dom situation, Dom and Ray, like you said, as a father and son, we watched Dom grow.
Yep.
Dom grew in front of our eyes because he was on WWE, and and as a father and son, we only had one other father and son match at WrestleMania, which was Vince and Shane. I'm not trying to compare it, but because it was two different situations. But if I want to say which was better, of course I'm going to say Ray and Dom.
And and I'm glad the video package helped bring this up. Let's not forget that last year these two were partners at WrestleMania, and now here they are having a match against each other. So that was awesome too. And and I also got to give props for Ray with his entrance. Bringing back of course, the first time we heard nothing but a G thing at WrestleMania. Who knew? And then of course, bringing a little Viva la Raza, and then of course,
I'm marked the fuck out.
And bring back a little bit of the Flash, like a little updated version of his Flash outfit at WrestleMania 20.
Okay, so there's a video log about that. So what that was it was actually a mixture of his all-in uniform. All-in uniform, and the mask he had was actually a mask that Great Muta inspired Great Muta. That mask and the Hall of Fame mask he had was inspired by the Great Muta on how he had his mask on and stuff.
Yeah.
And Ray and some I think it was Stormy that said, or I don't know who said it, that Dom had in the back of his trunks Mommy.
Yeah.
The same writing how Eddie Guerrero would have Poppy.
Yeah.
On his shirt.
Right. I want to say this real quick because I know we probably could get into the next match here or into one of the marquee matches, and I want to kind of lead into it. I want to say this real quick off top because I know we're about to talk about the Rhea Charlotte match. KDL, you may not know, but I've seen I think you used to do Wrestle Talk in the TWC and all that stuff like that. So I've seen your work. I know one thing you have always been is a Charlotte Flair fan. I know this from day one. I watch your work, all this and that. I want to say this real quick.
I forgot Luca's one of those police officers too.
Oh yeah.
But I want to mention this real quick because I know you got a lot to say about this match. Going into the match, I'm like, Enforcer, Reese, y'all heard me say this before the match happened. I thought that Charlotte was going to come in with the mindset that she was going to phone it home because she was pissed off that she didn't get the last match on the card. So when she came out, sure enough, you could look on her face that she was pissed off. But hold on, let me finish this real quick. Let me get this out real quick. So when the match happened and they went out there and they killed it, at the end of the match, when Charlotte was outside of the ring and she was smiling, that legit won me over as a Charlotte Flair fan because I think during the match she got it finally. The only thing I always wanted Charlotte to get was that sometimes just don't worry about the having the marquee match, all this and that, wanting to be the last match. Don't work. Be unselfish for a second and enjoy the work that you did. And I could finally see that she enjoyed what she done last night. And that brought a smile to my face.
You pay attention to the match she had.
Yeah.
She was always upset. And it looked like she was always upset during the match. And like I said, I love Charlotte Flair, but right is right. And I'm like, who cares if she didn't have the last match on the card? The bottom line is you help somebody else cross over that bridge who was trying to get over into stardom, stardom status. And even after the match when Rhea Ripley was getting praised, she was even clapping.
Yeah, she was clapping, she was smiling. And with this is my whole story. And I said this in private. I'm gonna say it here because I said I was gonna say it here. My thing is about Charlotte. Charlotte, she said on her documentary, she feels that, or some people feel like that she's entitled, and she gotta prove herself. This is WrestleMania. You don't have to. Most of the matches that people remember is not the main event. We talked about some classic WrestleMania matches, and they was not the main event. You are Charlotte Flair.
Right.
Go out there and steal the show. Steal the show.
So you on the head because let's look at this. What you just said. A main event doesn't always have to be a highlight of WrestleMania. Hell, WrestleMania 25, Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. Highlight of WrestleMania.
Right. And the thing is though,
Austin,
we know how good Charlotte is. We all know how good Charlotte is, but Charlotte, you owe Rhea this one.
Yeah.
Yep. You owe Rhea this one. You owe Rhea from the empty WrestleMania.
Yep.
From when she won the damn belt from Oscar and you came back from vacation and you won the belt back. You owe this to her to make her what you promised to make her at that WrestleMania. So now that you made it, you should be proud that one, You got another person to worry about. It said, worry about your 4 horsewomen. You got someone outside of the 4 horsewomen that is established and now about to make some noise. She's and you help Rhea in a place that not even you is in. She's a Grand Slam champion. Yep. She's NXT UK, NXT Raw, and now SmackDown.
And hell, even NXT UK champion as well. It's actually a star champ. But to go to real, there was something I wanted to bring up though. That Charlotte isn't always the best at showing emotion. But I knew she wasn't going to phone it in because the one thing with Charlotte is, regardless of how she's feeling at that moment, she's going to put in work. And I forgot if I brought this up on Discord last night or if I brought it up to somebody, but you notice the one thing I always notice with Charlotte Flair, whenever she's losing a title, midway through a match, you always notice that's when she'll start crying.
You said, you said to me,
right?
I thought if it wasn't to you, that I said it somewhere, but it was like, yeah. But you know what? That also shows me. That showed me that all right, this match is going better than what she was thinking for. Because I know, like, when she first dropped the title to Sasha, they wanted to have a match where they knew they could tear it up. When she first dropped to Bailey on that Raw, and like nobody thought that was gonna happen. Like there was another one. Hell, even when she first lost to Becky. All right, I know we're talking about all the horses, but hell, like even when she lost that TLC to Asuka.
Yeah.
With her and Becky, it was like, whenever. Yeah, Charlotte was the only one who, whenever Charlotte like starts feeling that a match is going better than what she wants to, and that somebody's finally getting her own due, that's what. And to bring up what you and Kevin both just said, that man, when Rhea put in that effort and the fight that they gave, I was like. And actually, Charlotte even tweeted this, and she said, all right, even though I lost, I know I put the championship in good hands. Proud of you, Rhea Ripley. And that was a quote that Charlotte put on Twitter, like just after WrestleMania.
You know what? You know, the thing about Charlotte is, this is one thing I tell people what she got with her father. If you say I can't do something, I'm going to prove you wrong.
Yep.
And you say she not main event, well, damn it, that match was main event worthy. I even said that's double main event worthy.
Yep.
That's exactly what it was. It was good. It was emotional. It had everybody on the edge of their seats. I don't know about y'all, but I was sitting on my couch like this bitch. What the fuck, you know? And that's how it's supposed to have been. All this whole time, this female revolution, the women's revolution, that was that match should have represented.
Exactly. And but I think everybody's issue wasn't necessarily with the match because we knew it was going to be a banger. I think everybody's issue was with the build to it compared to the build for the other one. But the match was worth the payoff. That's all I'm saying. The match was definitely worth the payoff.
The match really didn't need no build. That match, because the story was already there. Like we just said this. We just said the story because we knew about it. Like, you know, you owe really that one. And she made her work for it. That was a great match.
Yeah. Well, truth be told, like I said, you couldn't have gone wrong either way because, like I said, both matches wound up delivering what they did. And just to go now to the tag team time. Go to the tag. Oh, first of all, I do want to say this. Yeah. Pat. Yeah. I swear, between you and Snoop and Pat McAfee together, I'm like, national treasure moment. Can we please like get what they put them damn thing? Can we pull like a Demolition Man and just like freeze them and then bring them out like every so often, like generations? At least bring it back to life somehow so that they can live in different generations besides with us. I'm just saying.
But that's the thing. We was talking about earlier about Miz. Like Miz is the perfect tool, to put in these situations. Like, you know, it was somebody else. They would have been pissing the fit, or you had to give them extra money. Miz like, I'm a company man. I'm on TV. You know, got 80,000 people here, millions watching. I'd do it. You know, I don't care. I'd do it. And he did it on with that bling bling suit he had on with the with dazzle shit. He was looking shiny, and he did it. He did the business. But I really don't want to talk. I want to get to the tag team, the heart, the main event, because that was emotional.
Actually, I do want to also get one extra thing, and props to Cole because he was the only one that actually knows. I didn't realize that Trish's outfit was like what she wore. All right, so
I did.
So I figured
at WrestleMania 21.
But I was like, oh damn, that is her outfit. And I'll pray to God.
But the main event,
Damage Control breaks up tomorrow because they is going nowhere. Quiet. Let's get to this.
Only got one knock on the main event. Only got one knock on the Usos, Sami Zayn, KO match. Besides Lil Uzi Vert coming out there to that garbage that they play there, but the other knock is this: they spam the super kick a little too much. That's my only knock. That's my only knock. There's too many.
If you a Young Bucks fan or you like the Young Bucks work, then you should not be saying his too many super kicks. I watch the Young Bucks like 100 super kicks. They actually had a counter.
Especially in Southern California.
Oh, I knocked them too for doing it too much too. I knocked them too. Like anybody else will tell you, I knocked them for doing too many super kicks too. I'm not biased when it comes to the spamming of the super kicks. Like I don't like it when the Bucks do it, and I don't like it when the Usos do it. Because
I'm sorry. The one thing I like about the main event, I'm gonna start with the entrance of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, because they had the PWG logo on their uniform. And like some people didn't know what the hell that was.
Shout out Corey for acknowledging it.
And I gotta say Michael Cole, because Michael Cole actually said what I said the last time Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, or El Generico, held tag team gold was in PWG before they came to WWE. It was a great, great acknowledging where they came from. The Usos always looking as they do with they all white. I like, oh shit, here we go. It's about to be some tribalism going on here. And they killed it. They really killed it and told a story. Like Jay went ballistic. Jay was going crazy.
Especially on Sammy.
Then Sammy went crazy. Then Kevin got the hot tag. He went out like he was on a man mission. And shout out to Kevin Owens, because this is 2 years in a row. Night one, he's main event.
That's right.
And
exactly. Shouts out to all four of them guys putting in work. They put in work, and this is what I'm hoping for. This is my ending statement on it. What I'm hoping for now is that you now put more emphasis on the tag titles. The tag titles for the first time ever main evented a WrestleMania. This should be your catalyst to making this division mean something now.
The tag team match has been the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And to make it even more special, how they ended the match. Remind me of when Sammy finally won the NXT title.
Yep.
How he paused in that corner, put his hand on his face and breathed, and he ran over there, gave him the Luva kick, the third one, by the way, and he pinned Jay. So I think we talked about earlier. Pay attention to that, because it was Jay that took the pin.
Yep.
And Jay was the whole story about this at like the last bit of the storyline.
Willie, Woney, yeah.
Right. So we gotta look forward to. I hope not another freaking what they call it, bloodline court, anything like that.
Yeah. Do you think Roman is gonna chastise the Usos for losing their titles?
Because they failed.
Because he's gonna be like, you didn't get the job done. I don't understand what was so hard. I got the job done.
How come y'all bring up, if it wasn't for Solo, you didn't get your job, and it's gonna start an explosion.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Yeah.
You just cut Roman's own promo before he did, because I guarantee you those will be his exact words.
That's how he talk. That's how he talk. I mean, We supposed to be the bloodline, right? We're supposed to be running the show.
He gonna talk so
doing
calm.
our thing.
He gonna talk so calm, and then he gonna
Yeah.
go hell off. But man, if you don't stop saying catalyst, it make me think of Jay White.
Hold on. Here's my favorite part of this future promo, right? This is when he's gonna get angry. So when you lose, that's a reflection of the bloodline. And when you're a reflection of the bloodline, you're a reflection of me.
And then Roman goes,
Roman's gonna be like, so you losing now? You disrespecting your tribal chief? You disrespecting me?
You don't love me?
He's gonna get all loud.
Oh, but
right.
I gotta say, like, to Tone's point about how this match ended, man, you want to talk storytelling? That was poetic that it ended with Sammy and Jay, because it was like that was where the real distrust of the bloodline originally started. So, yeah, perfect ending for Sammy to get the pin on Jay.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at this comment where he said Cody should have never broken that thumb.
Yep. Oh yeah, because I was like, yeah, I was seeing Cody's reaction, and he was sitting there crying, or he was getting ready to. But
oh god.
Yeah.
All right, are we officially finished?
Hill Heat.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Hill Heat.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sorry. Let me
get your vocal cords ready.
Let me get. I need the camera on me.
Yeah.
Because I let them talk. I talked to them for they was talking for at least a good 45 minutes.
Yes.
I wanted them to get there. I wanted them to get there. This time in, so they can talk about WrestleMania. Because honestly, I really didn't want to talk about the match. I just wanted just to come on here and glow. Well, first of all, I want you to hear the music real quick. That's called Quiet Storm, right?
Right.
Quiet Storm. It's quiet. It's really, really awesome. See, when you know what you're talking about, and then the other motherfuckers, they don't know what they're talking about, you just sit back and you just, what they say in the wrestling community, just let it play out. Yeah. So that's what happened this evening. And I've been telling people this, that leading up to WrestleMania, that Cody Rhodes is not going to win that championship. I'm going to tell you why. Pay attention to my screen real quick. Hold on. This is what people fail to no, it's not that they fail to remember. It's more so they forgot about this picture. Right here. Okay.
I think busy.
So that also plays into a factor that Triple H and Vince McMahon, they don't forget about shit. And then you think that because this man came back to the WWE, that he's going to win their biggest title. Like, are you fucking insane? Like, you should already know where the storyline is going. As soon as they start making the narrative, he needs to get to 1,000 days. You already know he's not losing that belt.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they didn't paint no narrative, Cody would have been your next champion. Okay? That didn't happen this evening. So my question to you, jagging off neckbeard motherfuckers that jag off in your mother's basement, I want to know, why are you mad? Why are you upset? Now, if you had your facts straight, and if you actually had common sense, which half of you wrestling fans don't have any common sense whatsoever, you would have knew better. And then the funny thing is, I got friends that's at, SoFi Stadium right now. Motherfuckers was crying. For me, I don't feel sorry for you. You spent trillions and millions and thousands of dollars to see Cody become champion. And you're fucking salty. You should be feeling stupid. You should do one of Bill Goldberg's moves. You should bang your head into the wall until it bleeds. Maybe that should teach you that you should not come on here and run your fucking mouth. And then for the people in the cookout, there's one person I really want to address in particular because I can't stand him. You sound like you on the fucking respirator and you really need to get this shit checked out. Now, you always say that you went to school for journalism and shit, but yet you don't even take your notes. You don't even have your facts straight. You keep constantly attacking Stormy over and over and over again. Yo, you keep attacking me, and you don't want no smoke with me. You damn sure don't want no smoke with me, because you know I will hurt your motherfucking feelings. The thing about it is what really bothers me about people is that you talk indirectly instead of using the names. If I got something to say to you, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say, hey, listen, you said this shit before. But then yet you want to get on Stormy and say, oh, you keep complaining, but then yet he already said this on a program already. But then yet you said, I got a short term memory. I think that's bullshit, because when it comes to you going to the fucking market and eating all the Twinkies and Little Debbie products, you don't have a short term memory, because you know how to stuff your fucking mouth. You know how to run your mouth. You know how to make smart ass comments. But then when I gather your fat ass neck, then all of a sudden now you want to backtrack. So now I'm grabbing your fucking neck. Now I'm about to choke slam your ass. I told your bitch ass that Cody is not going to win because it wouldn't make any sense. Why? Because WWE already told you we want Roman to get to 1,000 days. Why would Cody win then? Why would Cody go after a championship he has no business winning? It doesn't fit in the WWE's narrative. Roman is still making them fucking money. Why the fuck Cody will get the goddamn title? But then yet people say that I'm always complaining. I'm always bitching. Quote, quote. So that's why I am staying on T.O.'s neck. I'm staying on motherfuckers that want to sit here and talk shit and say that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I never said you didn't say that.
Oh, no.
I never said that. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth. I never said that. I never said that you didn't know what you're talking about. Talk to them.
In your liberated state,
talk to them.
You was in there and you talking about the outside and complaining about Cody.
No, that's not what I said. But that's not what I said. I said you got your bitching and moaning. No,
you want me to play the recording?
No, I said that you're bitching and moaning about Roman and his titles. I never said anything about you and Cody. So before you say put words in
you said to me.
I never said that. I never said that.
You made it seem like that.
No,
this
you
is
took it how you decided to take it.
This is my you took my shit out of content and trying to make it into a point. That's what you tried to do. And I hate when people try to do that shit, because we wasn't even talking about fucking Roman. We were talking about fucking Cody. But you know, whatever.
I never said that you didn't know what you were talking about. That word never came out of my mouth.
You said literally. You said literally. I was sitting here bitching and complaining or whatever
about Roman and his belts, and about you were bitching and complaining about Roman and his belts and how Roman had too long. They didn't take the belts off Roman. I did say that, but
yes,
I never
so
said.
That's why I'm addressing you.
But I never said that you didn't know what you're talking about. I never said that you didn't talk about Cody. I never said that.
I'm talking about your part of what you said to me.
And I ate my words about what you said about Roman and the belts.
That's fine.
But that's what I said about Roman and the belts. I never said anything about you did not know what you're talking about. The other people said that. So address them on that section.
Yes, I'm addressing them and you. Okay.
Okay, but no. You need to put an asterisk. We need to put a comma in there. Because
no. We don't need to put commas in there, because like I'm talking about them all as a whole.
No,
you know,
I'm not them as a whole. I'm not them as a whole. Because I never said that. So again, put a comma on that. I digress.
Oh, okay. Well, while you digressing, make sure you get your facts straight before you come at me again. Because I was making a point, and I was trying to tell people, if If you looked at the storyline, you could tell that Cody was not going to win the belt. And I kept saying that.
Okay, but I never said the fact that you didn't know what you're talking about Cody. I addressed the fact what you said about Roman and Natalia. Then get somebody get the belt off Roman. That's what I said. I never said any other stuff. That's why I said there needs to be a comment because I never said that.
Okay, so I already addressed you and I already told you that's how I felt because I felt a little bit offended. I felt a little bit offended with that, but I was just like, I hear what you're saying, and I'm going to move on. All I'm saying is when you talk about storylines like this, and I'm being part petty and a part annoyed because like we as wrestling fans should know this. We should know like how the storyline is flowing. And when I kept hearing like everybody else, 1,000 days, I said, Cody's not winning. And Cody doesn't need to win because like number one, Roman already said you are coming from another motherfucking company. You're running from another company. You couldn't even get yourself over it. And now you want to come over here and you want to get some goddamn play. And then you want to say, "Oh, I'm gonna hug my daughter," and I think, and you know, I changed racism. I ended slavery. I was in a Million Man March. That's why we always come on here and we always be making fun of Cody because this motherfucker think he's black. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, you know, to the neck beards that's in the cookout or whatever, this is my last time telling you. If you try to address me, you try to address Stormy. You make sure you get your motherfucking facts straight first. Because I'm done being nice. I am done trying to like, you know, be cool or whatever while you sitting there and having these little smart ass comments or whatever. Them days are over. I mean, if you're going to sit here and you're going to actually talk wrestling, let's talk wrestling. Let's bring up the statistics. Let's not put each other down. Because all I'm going to do is I'm going to say my point, and then when we get to the actual match, and when I tell you that I was right, I'm going to shit on you. That's what I'm going to do. Because they have no point.
Hold on. I don't mean to disturb you while you're cooking, Chris, but I didn't mean to disturb you while you was cooking, but that's why I was mentioning earlier with the other individual that you were talking about that's in the cookout. That was my issue with him. My issue with him is if you have a different opinion on something, there's a way to address that to people. But like you said, he was doing indirect shots at folks and being mad disrespectful with the shit and just being just flat out nasty about it. That's my issue with that guy there. Is there's a way where you can respectfully disagree with somebody's opinion. But if you're gonna be like just flat out nasty about it for no reason, then that's where I have an issue. And that's where my issue was with him, especially with the way he was coming at Storm about it. Not only that is he fuck it. I'll name drop his name, KPG. He probably not even watching this shit because remember he said in the cookout that he doesn't even watch our show, but yet. He said he don't even watch our show, but yet saying that Stormy's opinion was from somebody else when Stormy had said it on the show. And Stormy said that he said it on our show. He was like, "Oh, well, I don't watch our show, so how are you gonna sit?" Yeah, like so. If you don't watch our show, then how did you know if he said it or not before the other guy did? Like that's my whole thing there. But my issue with him is. He's one of those individuals that if you say the sky is blue, he's going to say it's green. He has to always have an opposing
right. And
opinion.
Like Cody wasn't one of my favorites.
Purposely.
Like the favorite that I've been talking about that I've been advocating for is Bobby Lashley. So I don't know what favorites he was talking about. I was just saying like, okay, so who favorites are you? What are you referring to? You know what I'm saying? He didn't even make that shit clear. And then he said that, okay, well, I don't even watch your show. I said, okay, so basically what you're saying right now is irrelevant. It doesn't even have any type of logic behind it. Now, I want to kind of go around the whole room because, like, if you guys got something to put off your chest or get off your chest, whatever, I'll give you guys the floor. And no, me and T.O. have a relationship where we have like this little rivalry or whatever. And I love him, I do, but like I said, I had to check him, and he knew that, because I was a little bit bothered when he said that shit. You know what I'm saying? So don't think that we got beef or anything like that, whatever. I just wanted to come on the show and I just want to address that. Of course, T.O. is not like one of them people where, you know, he just outright disrespects you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, maybe there is times that I'll be bitching and complaining or whatever. But the thing is that I want the product to be better versus, you know, seeing the same thing like over and over and over again or whatever. Now, Roman Reigns. Shouldn't Roman Reigns like drop them titles? Man, please. Motherfucker should have dropped them titles like 2 years ago. But, you know, when it comes to the machine wants Roman Reigns to be very, 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 very strong. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that was just my whole point.
All right.
Whoever wanted to go next, you know, y'all can go next. We got about 20 more minutes. So.
Look, it's gonna be short and sweet. This like I said, this weekend was great action. This weekend had not just WWE, not just NXT. We had New Japan and Impact. We had GCW. Had like I think 3 or 4 of them. Ring of Honor was good. So we had a lot of good wrestling this weekend, which is a very rare to say all around was great. But if you are one of those guys that had to find something to bitch about and complain, and you are a troll, and trolls belong under bridges, not on social media. You shouldn't even have phones. You should not have no social media. You should not be allowed to talk about wrestling, because this weekend was great. It was a great festival of wrestling. There should be no complaining. But if you have something to complain with, take that shit, miss me with that bullshit, because for the first time in a long time, wrestling was on an all-time high. Everybody ate, everybody was full, and of course tomorrow is be back to business. Let's kick each other's ass, all that shit. But this weekend, wrestling was number one, trending, whatever you want to call it, number one. And you got some reason to complain about on WWE or Ring of Honor or whatever other company I said. Go somewhere. Go to a corner. Go find somebody to give you a hug or something, because that's all you need for some reason. Because wrestling was all right. That's all I really gotta say. Because I know we're gonna see it. I know we're gonna see it sooner or later. So I ain't gonna bitch. But
anyone else?
Yeah. I've been holding this one in for a minute. I haven't really been that active in the cookout, because I feel like the cookout was a faction that started and had great will. The cookout is nowhere near what it used to be, or what our mission goal was.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly feel like the cookout should just be demolished. Should be gone. It's nowhere near what it was.
I agree.
Because individuals don't know how to act. Individuals don't know how to sit there and take other people's opinion as a grain of salt, or just be open-minded. And so with that being said, I vote for the cookout to be demolished.
Wow.
I want to piggyback off of that, because I as well. It's been a while since I've been in a space once the cookout was up and running and stuff like that. And my concerns is kind of the same as yours, T.O., is that certain individuals, it's like they purposely come in there and want to be confrontational, which is not what the premise of the cookout was supposed to be. It's supposed to be a safe haven for wrestling content creators, indie wrestlers, announcers, anybody in that field, to be able to just be themselves and have a comfortable space to talk about wrestling and to network and things of that nature. And it's just like certain individuals come in there and they're purposely looking to be confrontational with people about their opinions for no reason at all. And it should not be that way. And I want to say this real quick, because remember we had that situation like, months ago where I was kind of quiet and stuff like that. And, I was a little upset, but you and Chris came to me as men and we had a conversation and y'all made me feel comfortable. And I wanted to say that on air because I thank y'all for that, because that's how it should be. And that's how the cookout should be as well, or should have been, is where if somebody has different opinions about something, then we should be able to come together and have a adult conversation before things get out of hand. But with the certain individuals that's in there now, it's like they purposely come in there and they want to rile things up and they want to get people upset and stuff like that. They're in it to create chaos, and it shouldn't be that way. Ziggy made a good point. I like that. Made a good point. If we demolish it, then they do win.
The thing.
We should.
Okay. I see where Ziggy is coming from, but then I guess how can I put this without being like rude as fuck? Okay. So hold on a second. Hang on. I'm trying to. What the fuck? Where the fuck my screen go? Okay. Okay. We'll just do it on here. Okay. So that's what This Is Mac said to me too. See, to be really honest with you, ever since that fallout with FaZe, the cookout has not been the same at all. Like from that point, it has not been the same. And the thing is that I'll be damned if I'm going to dedicate my time to do the cookout and you motherfuckers are not grateful. People need to really understand we do a lot here on this podcast. We do watch parties, we do giveaways or whatever, but the problem is, and this is what really bothers my soul, is that I'm here for my community, but my community's not there for me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to feel like I'm being shitted on, because I will get rid of motherfuckers just like that. So I feel where T.O. is coming from. I don't want to dedicate a place where I'm not appreciated. And I'm giving you guys a safe haven to come in and talk and be you. But you're not going to have these little smart ass comments, because like I said, I'm one of the ones where I will hurt your feelings. And I don't want to get to that point. I'm too old for that. I said that after that situation with FaZe and that punk ass motherfucker that relies on his wife all the time, I said I'm not going to deal with you. So that's why I said, like, and besides, like, I'm like T.O. I'm slowly going away from Twitter. If I do have if I do have a space, it won't be the cookout anymore. It'll probably be like something else, whatever. Anybody can join, whatever. Because like, number one, it's just, I don't have time for people. I don't give a fuck about trolls winning. I just care about my mental state. And my mental state is simply this. I don't like that bitch ass motherfucker KBG, and I do not like FaZe, and I do not like that other motherfucker that will not be named. You know what I'm saying? If you sit there and you focus on your wife's income and you're not focusing on yours, then you're a bitch ass nigga that needs to get that needs to learn some independence instead of leeching on other people. But I digress. That's the only reason why I'm using this time to really put shit on wax, because people think that I'm talking about them behind their back, and I'm not. I've been feeling like this for months, for weeks, when I've been going through my bullshit. And the next thing I know, on Christmas Eve, same person that I'm cool with, it's the same motherfucker that tried to break up the cookout and shit. And it still comes back to the motherfucking cookout. Yet you say you had a problem with me, right? But yet you still come back to the cookout. You know what I'm saying? So it's just maybe we need to do models, but then at the same time, like I'm not. Maybe we should just sit and have a conversation about that, and then see what we come up with. Because maybe it needs to be like some modeling or something like that. Maybe so. But right now, I'm just too sick to like really, I'm half here and then I'm half sleep, I'm half sick, and all this other BS. But I got to keep going because I have to work. I'm trying to make this podcast successful. You know what I'm saying? But I'll get with you and I'll talk to you about that. Anybody else have any last words or anything?
I just want to say this, like, when it comes to like just groups in general, everybody, like weekends like this weekend are supposed to be where we celebrate and where I don't care if you're a first day person in a group, if you've been a long time member of any group or whether you're on Twitter, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Instagram or whatever platform you're on, this is where y'all got to use your voice right. And you know what? We already got enough drama and bullshit in the world before we got to deal with trolling and deal with all this other stuff that y'all want to bring, that people want to bring into all these various wrestling groups and stuff. It's like, if you got a disagreement, first of all, see where that person's coming from and why they doing it. And if
right.
what they say ain't right, like look it up for themselves and say, hey man, remember when you brought this up to me and this was supposed to be your point? And it was like, yeah, but this is what really happened. Was that what you were trying to bring up with the original point? Mm-hmm. It's like, use your brains and your mouths. Yeah, and like talk it out so that way y'all can actually understand where everybody else is coming from. Because, like I said, we've already got enough real life bullshit to deal with wars, people getting offended over politics and all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. We need that escape, and kind of like what I think Real said, we kind of need ourselves a little safe haven to like ixnay all. Yeah, does that mean we can 100% ignore it? No, because guess what? Things in the world, you're not going to ignore them no matter how much. You can't ignore them no matter how much you try to. But it's like, if you're going to be one of them people that's going to be hell-bent on trying to insert more drama or just trying to start shit just to start shit, hey, guess what? There's a little saying, if you ain't part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And guess what? If you're part of the problem, right. Yeah, guess what? We ain't got no time for
really don't.
Yes.
But yeah, so I think I'm gonna just leave it. I'm gonna leave it there. And that's basically what's our final thought. But yeah, it's back to work next week. For episode, I believe 112. I totally forgot. But tomorrow night, depending on what happens, we might come back on here. If not on here, possibly the cookout, or maybe because right now I gotta make a little run to.
Raw better pull out some hella good surprises because San Diego State of UConn. That's good.
Because think about it, next Sunday it's going to be heavy with news because next Sunday we still got to touch on the WWE possibly being sold. We'll find out by next Sunday whether or not FTR is staying and leaving AEW. We got to touch on Drew possibly leaving. There's a lot that's going to have to be discussed next Sunday.
Right after WrestleMania is usually when people be getting fired or whatnot.
Black Saturday.
Oh yeah, spring cleaning. Yeah, that's
so
right.
Everybody,
budget cuts.
Stay tuned for that. I'm gonna probably be.
Shout out to everybody in the comments because y'all always keep it live.
And thank you for the people that came to our watch parties as well. But we'll see you guys later this week. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and TikTok and Twitter on #KillsForLife Wrestling Podcast. Until that time, I am your host, Mr. Team Bring It In. This is the group and these wonderful Negroes. Y'all have a wonderful night. See you next.
The Carmelo.